Oh, we gotta flip it now. We gotta flip it. Yeah. We'll bring it a little closer to us too. Bam. I had a couple people stuck around. What's up, patrons? What's up, Scary Squad?
What's poppin'?
Welcome to a bonus episode. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try to get you one every week, whether it's live or pre-recorded. We got some juicy topics for this.
I'm excited
for you. So, which one we got? We got three.
Yeah.
We got teen discovers a new planet while interning at NASA.
Woo.
We got no blacks at the Oscars. And we got married couple spending 5 years in jail for incestual relations. Before we even do this, there is a new wave of influencers jumping on TikTok and just doing TikTok stuff. Now I just went to TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. I like the app. I hate the content. And I can say that because this is private. But a lot of influencers, instead of just going on TikTok and doing their own thing, they're going on and doing the dancey things. And there's look at this. People like Leanne V and shit. I just want to kill myself. I want to kill myself.
Just letting them live their life, man.
Alright.
I'm just letting them live their life.
Alright, well,
I'm trying to find where we are live right now with this. Is it, I need to go to post or
the news post? No, your new means you're making one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back.
Look at this old guy.
I don't know how to work at the internet. But when I went to this one, it was just it was the old one. I mean, the previous video. It was this one right here. So I was just trying to make sure this one is up.
You guys are watching on the Patreon, right?
Or the internet? So that's what I was just trying to find out.
So that's our first time, guys. No, it's cool. Married couple goes to jail for the first time. And that's us.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Tahir's still getting with the times.
You shut up. That's why you got a cold.
I don't know what I have.
Okay. All right. Now I see it right there.
All right. So let's get into this incest. First of all, what state do you think this is in?
Can I get a top three?
Yes.
Florida,
okay.
Alabama, Arizona.
Ooh, that last one is V close. Utah. Mormon state.
I was so close.
There is a married Utah couple who are also first cousins. And now they're facing up to 5 years in the prison. Weird that that's against the law, right?
What, that you can't be married?
You can't have sex with your cousin or your
I
sister.
mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, is it though?
I'm glad
it's a lot of people out there.
Frowned upon.
Yeah, it's a lot of people
You
out
gonna
there.
put them in prison for that?
Yeah, that does seem a little extreme. It seems like it should just be at the most a fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's like people who do crack. Like, you're doing crack to yourself. Like, why would you go put somebody in jail so they're all cracky and in jail? That's really mean.
In hopes of hoping that they'll get off of it.
Yeah, like, jail ain't gonna make him not love his sister. That's like a bunch of other weird stuff. Sorry, first cousins. So maybe this is why it's illegal. They're expecting their first child in May. So it's like...
Now it's beyond a little creepy. It's just...
Okay, so who is your mother's cousin to you? Like, who is a parent's
great cousin?
No, it wouldn't be great cousin, because then that would imply that was above your parents. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a niece or nephew. I guess you're still cousins, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that what a second cousin means? Like the cousin of your parents? I don't know what it is, but their mom and dad are also going to be cousins with each other. So I don't know what that does to the family tree. It's very, very messy. But they look like they're in love in their family photo. So, This is Michael Lee and Angela Piang from Eagle Mountain are facing up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine for having a child as a product of incest. That was a 10 grand baby.
Wow.
Without the diapers.
That's a lot. That's a lot going on, man.
Someone said there's a glare by Tahir.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to work that out, guys.
It's a lot of Southern Light by
Okay, yeah, it's just
house.
Might have to do it like that.
Here, put the light over it.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if this will work.
We got you. I saw the comment. It popped up on my phone, which is very efficient. Where's that light coming from?
It's coming from the window. So
That window?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
Yeah.
Is that better for you?
Yeah, took care of that. There we go. Oh, that's way better.
That's production shit right there.
Thank you, guys. We're trying to make it happen.
Tahir learned that from producing.
Also, really quick, for the people that are watching, I have, where's it at? I have this up right now. And so, what I want to do is, for the first 4 people who inbox us right now, I'm sending out koozies today.
You heard it.
So, you got to inbox right now.
Inbox us right now. The first 4 are getting
people.
koozies. Damn internet, you scary. Like cup jackets. What are they called? What how'd you describe a koozie?
You just put it over a bottle or a can. You know what I'm saying?
Will keep your hands warm while you get drunk.
So you can drink in public if you so
Inbox
choose.
us? Or should we do the first 4 who inbox us after we go off?
Nah, because I've been said I was gonna do it. I was supposed to do it last week, but I was waiting on them to come. So
Shout out to Corey Williams, who told us about the glare. He said the glare is gone now.
yeah.
So Corey Williams is now happy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Corey Williams.
Okay.
All right, so this lovely couple in Eagle Mountain, Utah, got to pay 10 grand fine and maybe 5 years in prison for having a child as a product of incest. It is illegal in the state of Utah for cousins to have sexual intercourse. Why are we so in everybody's business? It's weird. But think about how many other weird stuff people do that you just let them be weird.
Yeah.
Just let a nigga be weird. The couple drove to Colorado last March so that they could get legally married. And Piang, the girl, is currently 5 months pregnant with their child. That's gotta be a really awkward ask for whatever church steeple. They're like, yeah, we're from Utah. We had to come here to Colorado because we're cousins. And then the priest was just like,
okay, still gonna be $150. So I got you squared away. Okay.
Here's how they're related. So the girl's dad is the older brother of the dad's mother. So I'm gonna say that again. These 2 people, the woman. Okay, we'll call them woman and man. Okay. The woman's dad is the older brother of the man's mom. So their parents are literally siblings.
That was an episode or something like this on Big Mouth. I don't know if you watch Big Mouth.
I need to though.
Yeah, because this is.
So wait, that means that the kids' grandma and grandpa are brother and sister, making them great uncle and great aunts. That's where it gets weird.
Oh, that's where it gets weird for you? This whole thing is ridiculous.
This whole thing is ridiculous. I was just trying to figure out this family tree. But I can only imagine the grandparents are like, our kids are getting married. That's gotta be coldest for the parents. Not even the kid. Because the kid is just brought into the world. He don't know.
They're just like, well,
he's like, what is this?
I'm not giving a gift, and I'm damn sure ain't paying for the wedding.
That is awkward.
The prize dad's supposed to pay for the wedding?
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God. Really quickly.
It's gotta be weirdest for them.
We have Shaylin Luciano. You're number 1. So
you getting the
if I put first, second, third, and fourth, go ahead and inbox us back your address so I can go ahead and send those out today. So we got Shaylin Luciano. We have who is this? Azale Martin and we have Jasmine Howell, and the fourth person is Ashley Nicole. I hope Ashley was actually looking for the koozie because she just said hey. So that's who we have.
These four are for sure the people in the class that turned their
They
work
turned
in
their
on
homework
time.
in on time. They were the
They
first.
were-
They were on it. So you guys have that. Go ahead and send me your address through Patreon, and I will shoot those out today.
You are officially Elite Scary Squad.
You know what I'm talking about? And we will do this more often. Now that I know this is an option, we will do this randomly. And this is just another way of us saying that, hey, man, we really appreciate y'all. And
You guys should get some free stuff.
yeah, you know, we got a couple of shirts left from the mock trial. So maybe if we got,
There's still a couple of, I consider them very, very exclusive and rare, but there are some shirts floating around that actually have an N on the word damn.
Those are exclusive.
That's I don't know why they're exclusive. It's more of a typo. But there are some properly spelled damn internet you scary shirts out there that I consider like the holographic Pokemon card.
My sister is calling me right now. She just texted me and said that my net worth is showing I'm worth $1.5 million. She was like, I'm about to call you right now. And she's literally calling me.
Come on, do this.
She's calling me right now.
Do this for the...
Okay, here we go. Right there. What's up, sis?
Hey, I just happened to be looking because somebody was telling me somebody else's net worth. And I'm like, those net worths don't be right on the internet. And I'm like, damn, my brother listed as 1 to 5 million. He ain't sent me a Christmas card. I'm like, that's for the call him right now.
It's definitely not 1.5 million. It's more like 2.6 million. But
Wait a minute. Let me read this.
Oh no. Since I'm literally live right now on our Patreon, so I'm gonna call you back after we finish. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Fam, this is from September 11th, 2019. There is a picture of Tahir. It says, according to Wikipedia forums and IMDb, famous comedian Tahir Moore's net worth is $81 million at the age of 35 years old. He earned the money being a professional comedian. He is from Illinois, 1 million to 5 million approximate. Damn. Holler at your boy.
That's
funny
crazy.
that family called immediately, like, where's this money at? And it's not even like it's a different Tahir Moore.
No, that's me.
It's literally your picture.
That is me.
Wait, is this you now? Well, this website says you're worth $3.8 billion, and they don't even have a picture.
Oh, that one is really off. That one is really
that one's really off.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like literally you. They're talking about Insecure and All Deaf, and they literally have your bio. You're from St. Louis.
That's crazy.
Did you write this?
No.
Come on.
I promise you I wouldn't. I'm definitely not that infatuated with myself when I would have to do that.
There's a whole profile, and these are different websites. Jesus Christ. 30 billion? We can't get a better set than this? Alright, well let's see your boys. Come on now, I could have a
What you got?
not as good. Not as good.
What is this I know?
This is my biography. Creator and musician who shares cartoon videos. Videos of music, drawing, and more. This is just somebody who scanned through my, talks about my music. Listen to this sentence. Wow. Patrick Cloud is one of the most successful rapper who was born in a city of United States. Was that made by a robot
man,
generated?
that was definitely not.
It's definitely not true.
That is.
And what is that stat? The most successful rapper who was born in a city?
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know what I'm saying?
His birthplace is United States. He commented on racist reactions to Sean Combs wanting to buy the Carolina Panthers. This is taken from 2 videos. Wow. This is awkward.
I mean, you know, everybody can't be a billionaire. A billionaire.
Damn, I'm just more concerned about my trash bio. That's just saying random stuff. He has hair. This one says I'm worth $100,000 to $1 million.
Well, I mean, oh snap! I didn't do that right. Shit. Oh well. So I got the people's, got y'all addresses. Thank you so much. We're gonna be mailing those out today.
Boom, y'all getting some koozies.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, moving right along from incest and false net worths.
Well, wait, I have a question. So
Yes.
Azel, I don't know, maybe he's. Oh, okay, he did it. He finally, because I was like, hey, he hasn't responded. I was gonna pick somebody else, but Azel made it in the nick of time.
Boom.
All right, there we go.
Hey, you were not gonna send it?
I was gonna send it to somebody else that was live.
Okay, so this one is actually really interesting. A teenager was interning at NASA and he discovered an entirely new planet. This is a 17-year-old. His name is Wolf Cukier from Scarsdale, New York.
You say cock ear?
Cukier. Cukier.
Okay.
Wolf is a great name, by the way. He was on his third day helping out at a NASA program when he found something incredible: a new planet with 2 stars. 1,300 light years from Earth away in the constellation called Pictor. He was assigned to study how 2 stars would cross paths, creating an eclipse. His main focus was on the solar system TOI 1338, which is, I guess, how they do that, where he noticed something in the orbit of 2 stars that was blocking the light. For several weeks, his bosses tried to verify his observation and ultimately concluded that Cukier had actually discovered a planet 7 times larger than Earth, and only the 13th planet of its kind ever discovered.
Jesus.
Which makes me think, what were these other niggas doing who
Right.
worked there?
What does 17 times larger than Earth look like, though?
7 times.
Or 7 times larger? That's
Well,
huge.
you know what's really scary? If you were to look at there's like those little animation videos that show how big things are, and they have some for the ocean, which shows like a person and then how deep it is.
Right.
But they also have them for space, and they show like, this is you, this is the Earth, this is like Jupiter, this is like a red thing. Just keep going up to these like crazy things, and then by the end, you have to like keep zooming in to see how big Earth would have been. It's just really scary stuff. Like there's just monsters and red dwarfs and stuff out there. So dude said, I was looking through the data for everything the volunteers had flagged as an eclipsing binary, whatever that is, a system where 2 stars circle around each other and from our view eclipse each other every orbit. Then he said this during a NASA press release. Then he said, about 3 days into my internship, I saw a signal from a system called TOI 1338. At first, I thought it was a stellar eclipse, but the timing was wrong. It turned out to be a planet. How could you not get hired? Because if he was interning at NASA, he had to be in science. You know what I mean? He wasn't just like, what are you guys doing in here? So, like, 3 days? I know there's mad niggas hating on him.
Oh, man. It's a fucking fluke, man. It's a fucking fluke. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what he was
Technically,
looking
I
at.
gave him that assignment.
Right.
So, like,
It's like we both found it, but we just gonna keep it at his desk.
So you know there's somebody who's been at NASA for like 70 years and still trying to find something, and the only thing he found was like a smudge on the magnifying glass or something like that.
But I wonder
Here
if,
comes
like,
this guy.
if scientists are like that, like territorial or like pompous, or if they're more like, nah, this is all for the better of exploration and the better of knowledge and better science, and they're just like, yeah, great job and shit like that. Like, I wonder which one is it more, are they, how many are on which side of the spectrum? Are they more like congratulatory and like this is more, you know, better for everybody, or there's like, I should have found that or something like that? Because I mean, you always want to have those.
Yeah, I know, right? But like you're right. Like it's different because this is science. not
Yeah,
art.
science is different, bro.
But it's also just like you're not gonna not have that hate.
Yeah, because they want the planet named after them, or they want to be able to name the planet. Because I think you get to name it if you.
Oh, really? So this is gonna be like a wolf?
You have some
Planet
influence
Wolf?
on it. Some
That'd be hard.
influence on it.
That would be hard. Planet Wolf.
Planet Wolf would be hard as hell, though.
I can't believe it. He looked like a planet discovering ass nigga. 3 days is insane. If it was just an intern, that'd be crazy. But it's just like
I wonder how nerds like like wild out. Like, did he just come in with like the flyest pocket protector?
It's like, yeah, missing
like,
high fives and stuff.
He's just like, yeah, you know, I just bought the new Prius. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here saving the world and shit.
They drank
and
out
finding
of
new
goblets
ones.
that night. They were drinking ale in Middle Earth with all their ochre homies.
Oh, we're gonna get crazy tonight. We're gonna watch Game of Thrones in reverse.
Oh shit, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
That probably wouldn't even be enjoyable.
It would not. It's hard enough to understand sometimes.
It's like a dragon sucking in fire. It's like, oh damn, everything was on fire a second ago. Man, shout out to Wolf, cause that is a dream. And I know he got haters.
Oh yeah.
But he for sure got hired.
Oh, he better have.
For sure.
All right.
I know he had a supervisor that was just like, all right, just look in this area and tell me what you get. It was
They was probably
like
just
busy
giving
work.
beat. All right, they gave him busy work, and they was like, fuck.
What?
That was probably somebody else's assignment, and they didn't have nothing to give him, so they just gave it to him.
But this is a planet. It's not a star.
Whole
Like,
planet,
you
bro.
found a planet?
Whole planet. A whole planet that we won't be able to get to in our lifetime.
It must be difficult because it's like, if you think about it, if you work at NASA and your whole job was to find planets, are you just like, are you just looking? Because there's only so many places to look. So like, I don't know.
I think you are looking at certain quadrants, and you have certain like locations, and you keep looking by intensifying probably the telescope. Because like, you know, at a certain strength is only like goes here, but then you increase it and it goes a little further, so it opens up your scope of view, I would imagine. So yeah, but you still have to just clear that quadrant.
It's
but
just
because
gotta be
space has like no up or down or left or right,
That's
so
what
how
I'm
do
saying.
you?
It must be so difficult to find anything.
Yeah.
But if you got a whole company of people trying to find this shit, it's like, but then some intern's just like, oh, right there.
I feel like a lot of this shit is still by happenstance though. Like, it's like even with health, with like the science of healthcare and medicine, like it is still a practice.
Yeah.
That's why they call it practice. There is no for sure way how to cure a cold. Cancer, we have ideas for like
practice.
Yeah, it's literally practice. That's why they document everything, and it's the same thing with law. That's why they have to document everything, because there's no for sure way of how they can handle something.
I practice medicine.
I
That's
practice
crazy.
law. Yeah, you go to school to practice, but you go to school to be a professional practicer.
So that way, if someone dies on the table, they're like,
hey,
bad practice.
Quoting this law and quoting this case and this particular setting and day, this is what happened. They had similar symptoms, and I did exactly what the book taught me. So, but yeah, man, because no two people are the same. Like our DNA is different, all of that. So it's crazy to think that they know exactly what they're doing at NASA, and there's like that's the most unexplored shit beside the ocean. Like we've explored it, but like we haven't tapped probably like 10% of what's out there.
I'm way more scared of the ocean than space.
Really?
There are monsters in space.
You don't know that.
Yeah, but
The monsters that come from the ocean, if they're like people that talk about like there may be an alien life form in the ocean, they have these underground bunkers and like they don't come from here. They probably came from there and they're just hiding out here just to study us.
But if I was flying in space and I saw something, I'd be less scared than if I was swimming in the ocean.
Really?
Because there's a level of fascination in the space. You'd be scared, but you'd be like, holy shit, this is an alien planet. If I'm in the water and I see a shark, I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm in the water like that, I'm in the sub or I'm in like the cage. I'm not just like loose body out there. I'm not in that bitch like just like a ramen noodle, just like floating like. No,
Yeah, I guess the casing around you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, would you think you'd be more scared in a spaceship or a submarine?
I would be more scared in a.
Both is bad.
Yeah, because I would have said a sub, because if the sub gets punctured,
So many things that can go wrong.
you know what I'm saying, and more than likely they don't have the suits. Like they're not readily available. Like
Yeah.
you have to get there, and even if you can make it in there, like how long is that air gonna last? And then you still have to like come up like without
Well, I
catching
think
the beams.
because of the pressure, they tell you to like raise at a certain speed
Right.
so that you don't just pop.
Yeah.
So I don't even think you're safe if you have the suits.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out how you can come up without catching the bends. That's what I'm saying. But
Right.
even in the spaceship, like, if the spaceship gets punctured,
I
like,
think you die immediately though, right?
no, it depends. Like, if you can close that quadrant, Like you have because those doors are airlocked.
Yeah.
Right. So if you close that off, then you might be okay. But if you can't and you have to abandon ship, then yeah, you're alive for now. But unless another ship is already up there or they can get something up there again, you can't re-enter.
You're kind of dead both.
Yeah, you try to re-enter Earth through the atmosphere, you're gonna burn the fuck up.
I don't even think. How would you even like guide yourself? That's really scary to me because at least you could swim. With space, like those movies where it just shows them like floating in the abyss, and you're just like, that's terrifying.
You got to like, how would you guide yourself? And then also like, let's say that you somehow you have some miraculous equipment on, and this spacesuit can withstand the heat, the atmosphere. Does he have a goddamn parachute? Because even if you make it through the atmosphere, you still have to land.
Do they?
No,
it's like a backpack.
Yeah, but that's air.
By other stuff.
That's just air shit. Like there's no, like they don't need a parachute.
There's no situation for a person.
There's no wind.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. You'd just be like trying to get to Earth. And someone told, I think it was Jade. Someone told me that like you think from movies that if you were to go through those doors, you would like your eyes would pop or you would explode. But I think it's slower. I want to say like you either freeze to death,
you freeze first,
or suffocate. It's something that's like way worse than they make it seem on the movies.
Yeah, I think you freeze. I think the temperature is so cold that you probably will freeze before your eyes pop. And the eyes pop is like you running out of air. But I will say,
I don't know. I think a spaceship might be scarier.
Yeah,
there ain't no up or down. Imagine looking out the window of a spaceship as opposed to like at least if you're in the ocean, you're like, okay, there's the floor. You know, the surface is somewhere up there, and then you're seeing things that you recognize. But just
not if you get disoriented, and depending on how far down you go down far enough where you can't see the sunlight. You don't know what's up and what's down. Like if you're in one of those cages,
and you're not close enough to the Well, you would have to. Do submarines work flipped upside down?
Oh, you're talking about like still in the sun. Oh, okay. I don't know. You're right. But I know I've been on like a cruise ship, and I went out and looked like from the
at night
deck, and it's just like
terrifying
in all directions, just blackness in all directions.
There's no moon out. Was it cloudy?
It was the moon out, but it was cloudy. So like it was dark, but you still could see the sun fleck. But it's still like
it was almost like enough light for it to be scary.
Bro,
if it was like nothing, then you would be like, oh,
what would
like
you do though? Like where would you like if it was a abandoned ship? Where would you even know? How would you even know like where to start paddling at? Like,
I used to have a dream where I was like dropped off in water and there was no land.
Oh my god!
And it's like I hear that cruise ships, if you fall off, they can't come back for you. Are you done?
I don't know.
Because the only thing I can imagine is like falling off of a cruise ship at night and just seeing the boat go further and further.
Oh
and
my
you're
god! You're just screaming. They can't hear it.
Every
time you scream,
right?
Fuck.
Or the ocean itself is loud. So they might not even hear you.
Oh my god! You're behind the propellers. Woo! It's a lot.
Well, speaking of being in all black, the Oscars was not.
Quite the opposite.
I mean, this ain't even really like new stuff. We just thought that since the last Oscars are white, we made some progress. But now this Oscar is snubbing everybody. J-Lo, Awkwafina, but no one worse than Lupita. The fact that Lupita ain't getting anything for us, and she had to play two people. Slight flex, I got to meet Lupita. She's beautiful.
I did too.
In real life. Oh, you sure you hosted for Lupita?
Yeah, I was sick that day, and I kept fumbling the intro to the point where they were so fed up with me they almost changed it. I was like, no, I got it. I was literally battling the
great
flu.
editing.
Yeah,
it came out almost like perfect in editing. That day was great, but you know, to meet the cast, to see how passionate they were about the project and just acting in general. And then we actually saw the movie, and it was just like, fam, you played a great Lupita and a great tethered Lupita.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not even a nom. Not even a nomination. And now that old Eddie Murphy clip of him saying only white people get Oscars. If you play
Is resurfacing?
Yeah, resurfacing. He's basically saying if I was a slave, then you get the Oscar. So he was talking to his agent. He was like, make me a retarded slave, and I'm getting every Oscar.
Yeah, because I think Harriet was nominated.
Was he? Was she?
Well,
not
the movie, yeah. I feel like Harriet was nominated.
Harriet Tubman for Best Leading Actor. It's just like that. That's crazy. And it's like, at this point, it's not necessarily like a surprise. Because we've just been getting the shaft so much. But
Yeah,
this one was
Cynthia-
just like, damn, like there's so much good work that black people have been doing really forever, but this past year especially. So
Yep.
to not even get a nom. There
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
anybody in that room that just said, just they're not gonna win, but just put them in the list.
No. Yeah, Cynthia Erivo may become the youngest EGOT winner, but she definitely was nominated for Harriet. 2 nominations, actually.
So she is getting it for she's in the Oscars.
Yeah, she got 2 nominations for.
So is she the only black person?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. How many?
Black Oscar noms 2020. SMH, you see how they doing us, y'all? Do you see? Yeah, let me see. Let me go to these commentuals. Are you looking at the Patreon comments or the YouTube live comments?
I was looking at the Patreon.
Oh, wait, there might be some people in the live. Give us a second. We want to make sure we see y'all. Oh, there's hella people in here. Oh my
It's
god.
like you walked into a room, you thought it was gonna be a couple people. Oh shit! I want to put on some pants.
That is our fault. Again, this is our first time doing this. I guess we're looking at the Patreon comments. But there's a bunch of you guys in here. Shout out people like Poetic Justice,
Hey.
Lady A,
Hey.
Michael Vandenberg, Robin Howard.
Oh, Lady A is actually one of the people that won. Her name is Ashley.
That's what I'm saying. I see a lot of these names a lot. So these are clearly the Scary Squad. Of course, we got Super Casual Boom in here. Brittany Sherman. Hey, what it do, y'all? Okay, we see. Now I see your voices. Now you guys are heard, black voices, and we're not ignoring you, just like the Oscars. Just like the Oscars. All right, well, now that I can talk to you guys, what is scarier to be stuck in? A submarine or a spaceship? If you are just stuck in one, we all know the ocean's scary. We all know that outer space is scary. If you can imagine, let's say you're alone too. Ain't no crew.
Ooh. You know what? This is pretty evenly
It's horrible.
biased because you can't go in the water that deep under the water without breathing apparatus, and it's the same thing with space.
Yeah.
Both of those places you need some type of ship, a covenant, to be inside of,
Yeah.
and if that gets punctured or the integrity of it is jeopardized, then you're back into the whole
Right.
need a suit or something like that. So this is pretty evenly based. Like,
It's tough because
Yeah.
I'm even thinking like, I'm not.
water's cold, space is cold.
I don't get a lot of anxiety looking out of an airplane.
Uh-huh.
It is a little scary, but for the most part, when you look out of a window of an airplane, you see sky up and ground down. But I'm trying to think, how scared would I be in an airplane if it was just all sky, like no physical ground? And that's how I picture spaces, but just way scarier because it's dark. I just picture, because I've been in VR. Have you ever done like VR
Yeah.
space stuff?
Nah, I haven't done it, but I've done the video yet.
Literally, the first 10 times I did it, I was about to get off the ship and I quit because it was that scary. Because there's like this one where the things just open and you
Yeah.
have this little thing and you just like go out into space.
Oh, that sounds fucking cool, bro. I would do that
It
shit.
is
I'm
scary.
surprised you didn't follow through on it though.
Well, I smoked a lot
Uh,
and then I did it and I was like,
no, I
my
think we
hands
did
were
one space
sweating.
thing when we did the VR thing in Hollywood. I think one of the levels was like space or something. When we were shooting, and we had
It
the
was, but
and
that
there
was
was underwater one too.
crazy because I remember you had to go up to the edge and get something without falling off.
Yeah.
And that was crazy anxiety. I had the same when I did the VR in the ocean too, because it's very, very realistic. And I can tell you, this ain't even real, but outer space is scary. I was sitting on a bed, but in the VR glasses there was nothing here, and I was still looking down like shaking. Outer space is terrifying. I've never been. So, what do y'all think?
I feel like it is. It's so crazy because every time I think of like why one would be better, it's like, oh no, wait, because this has that. So I was thinking at first, I was like, well, at least in underwater, like they can possibly send somebody down faster than they can send somebody up in space to come get you. But like that may be true, but then you have to think about what animals are down there while you're waiting. So like we don't see like aliens just like hanging out
That's
in
the
space.
thing,
like,
yeah.
So like you have that element
You
of
know there's a
the
bunch of
unknown
stuff.
animal. You
Yeah.
know it's and they're for the most part probably all carnivores. So sharks and stingrays. I don't know if stingrays would go that deep, but whatever. Like you
Are
still have that
carnivores
element.
that deep? Because it seems like they're all blind.
Well, I mean, when you get down to a certain level,
I know the little lanternfish be eating the shit out of things.
yeah, you get down to a certain level. I think some of them are blind, but also they just have probably just a different way of like vision. Like I don't know.
Push it around.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That shit
Can't
is
even
just
guess
scary.
that kind of stuff.
It's scary. I don't even want to think about it, dude.
All right, so we got a couple of submarines. Kiana says spaceship. No, sorry, Robin says spaceship. Kiana said submarine. Robin Howard says I can swim. Doesn't matter at that level. If you're in a submarine, you're
not.
in a submarine because the pressure would kill a human. So that don't count. Okay, he said, but steady, you can find your way to a degree in the ocean. Low key, but you're still kind of messed up. You're still kind of screwed. I don't think you would have enough time. Does the spaceship have an escape pod? See, I knew that people like Super Casual Boom trying to get like little loops, throw us for some loops.
Azale said he'd rather be in a spaceship. Or I guess it's scarier to be in a spaceship, I guess.
Spaceship is crazy scary. I would have no idea how to survive. So at least there's some oxygen. That's Robin Howard. I guess you would assume that there's oxygen on the spaceship too.
Which one would you rather be stuck on, though? Like, let's take the whole puncturing out or sinking or whatever.
Literally just
like
in the
just
ship.
just in the ship, because that's kind of different for me. Like, I feel like I might want to be in space versus underwater. I feel like because the claustrophobia I think would hit me more underwater, knowing the pressure that's on me in the water.
Well, space probably has hella pressure too.
Yeah, well, I would imagine. Well, I don't know. Does it have pressure because it doesn't have gravity? You have pressure while you're going to space, but that's from the thrust of the rockets. That's
Oh, so
what
you're
you're
saying
gonna
there's
see.
nothing.
There's nothing. There's no pressure. There's no
You don't
force
think-
upon it.
So then why would you explode if you left the ship?
The air. It's not the exploding. It's the lack of air.
Oh, okay. Huh. So I guess it all comes down to what visually scares you more. Like if you're going in a submarine, you'd probably see creatures. You'd probably see like even some of the land configurations is scary. If you were to go by this like deep ass like trench, it's just dark, or like some big like pillar or something like that, or space, which is more than likely just nothing. Stars and nothing. Maybe like a light way far away for the sun, but for the most part, it is just 360 nothing.
That's
no up, no down, no left, no right.
I don't want no parts of that.
And I feel like the floating part, isn't as fun as astronauts make it seem like when we're kids.
Nah, I feel like you would even have to get used to floating correctly, because like initially your body is like doing this, just trying to correct itself, like find this equilibrium, but there is no equilibrium.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
sleep in
like,
a sleeping bag just like.
oh my god.
And they have like these little handles everywhere. I know all this from the VR game. And you grab the handles, and that's how you like get through the spaceship. But the other things that astronauts never talk about when you're a kid is the food is trash.
Oh yeah.
All
It
that
has to be.
vacuum sealed, dried
It has to
stuff.
be.
I think I saw somebody make cake or something, and they had to like the liquid was like moving, so they had to like steer it in the air, and it was just so cool, gross. And like they're all musty out there because they showers. Have you seen an astronaut take a shower?
No.
They like get a pouch of water and like, and it's like a gloop of water, and I guess they just like shower like that. You never think about astronauts being musty, but they're probably all very, very, very musty.
You know, I just would imagine like wet naps everywhere. I would just use the wet naps. Like that water packet. I'm just like, I'm not doing that. I'll just get these wet naps going on real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just get it going like that right there.
That would probably be way easier.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I would be more scared of, but if I had the opportunity and I had to do one, I would probably go space. Because just to say I went, I don't have any interest in saying I was in the Mariana Trench.
I was gonna ask you, like, if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Space.
Yeah, I would want to do space.
You
too.
would do that?
Yeah.
Just because it's like I went to space, I'm pretty sure there's nothing there that can eat me that we know of. Right now, it's just like a failure of technology, but I think I'm going with space. I'm definitely going with the space. All right, Robin Howard agrees with your boy.
Yeah, I feel like only thing about space is like you might see some shit that you can explain, and then you trying to explain that to somebody else, and they just not going for it because like they don't understand it. But like you see some shit that you can't explain in space. Like who do you tell that to? Like who's gonna believe you?
Right.
I like that.
Especially if you're by yourself.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would freak me out though. But I'll kind of be into it. Like I'm kind of fascinated by the idea of aliens and not being alone. I think that would be like fucking cool.
Ooh, Nick Jones said if the sub gets a slow leak, you have to watch the water slowly fill up. And that is something that would not happen in space. And that is crazy. No way. That is probably the worst way to wait to die. Is just this whole thing. Then you gotta do that Jack from Titanic thing. And just try to figure something out. That's the worst.
That's the worst though.
If you drown in a submarine, even if you get out, it's just way more water.
It is.
It's
and
no.
if you're not able to put the suit on before you get out, it's like what's the point of it? Yeah, like what's the use in going out? Just take it. Just take it there.
And your natural reaction would be like, I'm freaking out. This thing is going down. I have to swim as fast as I can. But that would kill you. So you would literally have to like damn near float up. Hear your like brain almost pop. That's just like the water is horrible. The water is horrible. And if you make it, PTSD forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
I was watching one video about this dude. It was something on Instagram. He was in a ship that shipwrecked, and it sunk to the bottom.
But he was in it?
Yeah, but it was like
still air in it?
Yeah, it was an air pocket. So the ship was upside down. He's in this air pocket on like this desk, right, for 3 days in sheer darkness, and then like
It didn't fill up?
It didn't. This air pocket was okay, but the air was being contaminated because the O2 wasn't having any place to escape.
That's what I'm saying. Wasn't he just breathing in his own?
Yeah, but he had enough to last. Like the pocket was big enough to last for a couple days.
That's
and
real?
So yes. So he's like, by the third day, he was like, I have to try, right? So he gets into the water, and like the people were trying to make their way down there. So he's in the water, he's looking for somewhere else, and then he sees a light, right? And so he like tries to follow the light, but he doesn't have like a breathing apparatus. It's just
really?
him. So like he gets the diver was swimming, and they said they felt somebody grab their leg, and they looked around, and it was him. So they took him back to the pocket, gave him the breathing apparatus, and then they got him out of there.
How far down was this?
Bro, I forgot. Like, let me see if I can find it.
Bro, that happened to me in so many video games, and I thought it was fake. I was like, we're down here, and there's just some pocket of air. Like, I thought that was incredibly fake. So
yeah, look, there it is. It popped up immediately. Man survives underwater for 3 days.
Woo!
Bro, that it tripped me out. This is on YouTube, guys. Just type in "man survives 3 days."
Well, no, I gotta watch this.
Yeah, it's gonna.
So was he swimming through the ocean with his eyes open?
No, he was still in the boat. Like when he started,
he saw a diver come into the boat.
He saw the light. He saw like the flashlight.
Okay, I thought he went out of.
No. He was still there. I think it was like a fishing boat, and they found him or something like that. They found him on, but like
God wanted him around,
bro.
God wanted him around.
They did say like he had horrible PTSD for like 3 to 5 years afterwards. He felt
it's dark
because I don't know if it was from Ghana or somewhere, but like he felt survivor's remorse. Like why did he survive and all his crewmates died, and like the people of his village said he was cursed because he survived. He had the devil in him or something like that. Like it was so much. It was like
niggas survived got cursed,
bro.
No, the niggas who died were cursed to death.
Because they were like, well, how would he land and survive?
Something on the screen, right?
Oh, Sam, that might be low battery.
The message.
Low battery. Yeah, it's still going, but yeah, it just says low battery. So.
Woo. All right, guys. Well, that is a story, and I'm gonna get into that as soon as I can, because that is literally one of my biggest fears.
It's an animation too, so look at the animation one. It's called the Infographics Show, and they have it right there. This video has been viewed like 9 million times. It's one of the first ones that pop up.
I would
It's
want it to
literally
be
saying,
that
I was trapped underwater for 3 days watching. It's amazing. Like, I thought it was fake too, like when the people have done that. But evidently, man, yeah, you can survive in the air pocket, but only for so long because, you know, O2 has nowhere to go. So,
Damn, side note, all deaf comments doing pretty okay. This got 10 million views and got about double what we're getting in Great Taste. So
Yeah.
shout out to you guys if you're watching and commenting on Great Taste.
and shout out to you guys for watching the squad cast too, man. Like, we,
Crazy numbers, right?
yo, like 181,000 in a couple of weeks. Like, that's crazy. And shout out to everybody that is enjoying the last 10 episodes of Great Taste. We did, I think, 40,000, 50,000 views
Half
in
a
one
million
day.
a day. That's crazy.
That is like, yo, we can never
Half a
thank you
million.
enough for that. And I know people are like, yo, why you guys ended it? But trust me, man, like, you wanted to have
This is the best
a
way to end it. Trust
respectful ending. You don't want it
Trust
to get to a point where, like, man, they should have stopped this shit. You
That's
know?
what I'm saying. You only have two options. It's either please don't end it, this is amazing, or this probably shouldn't end right now, or I
Right.
don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
And we much prefer the first one.
Absolutely. You rather go out on top. You know, so we had a great time doing it. The last 2 episodes, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. We had a great run with it, man. That's what we haven't really talked about. We haven't really talked about like our personal experiences with
Great
working
Taste.
with All Deaf, like the first reign of All Deaf, like 'cause we're back up and running now. So
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, we had some crazy times. Man, you just walk into the office and be like, hey, it's Margarita Day. You be
It's like improv class.
yeah. Yes,
Everything was unscripted, and it was literally like an improv comedy class. We were on camera like every single day.
Yeah, it was craziness.
But yeah, shout out to y'all for wanting it so much and being such a strong fan base that they just had to bring it back.
Yeah.
But this was cool. This was a cool little. I like doing the podcast and hearing them a lot. Like getting live comments. I think that's really, really dope. So, Damn Internet You Scary has gone live for the patrons. So, obviously, you'll still get the edited version of the live video that you saw before this on YouTube on Thursdays. But I think that every time we shoot, we're probably going to go live for you guys so that you get that Thursday episode early. And we'll do this again when we go live with some extra topics just for you. Because this was fun.
Yeah.
We like hanging out with you guys. We talk about space and water and drowning and blowing up and scary stuff.
And tell us who would you like to see on the show? Outside of like the people that we already have in our crew, Brian Davis, Tony Baker, Kevin on stage. Still gotta get Kevin on the show. A couple other people.
Kevin's not been on the show yet.
Yeah. Who would you like to hear from? You want to hear from like some YouTubers? You want to hear from some IG models? Who would you want to hear from some magicians? Like, we have a Rolodex. We'll reach out to some magicians. Would be cool. That's what I'm just doing.
Let's do a trick on
Doing
the
shit.
show.
Yeah. So like post that in the comments. We'll check that out as well. And congratulations to the 4 people that won.
Oh,
the
yeah.
koozies.
We
I
did
have
some
some more
koozies,
coming.
too.
Once I pick them up from the manufacturer, I'll send out some more. We'll do another live and get some more sent out to people. So appreciate you guys, man.
This is winning prizes on these things too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys better tune in the next time, and we appreciate you guys for jumping on live at such last minute too. I'll make a point to throw it on the Patreon when we plan on shooting as soon as we schedule it, so that you guys know exactly when to be tuned in. But shout out to you guys for getting the notification and jumping right in.
Solid.
As always, I have been Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Tahir Moore.
And we will see you the next time we go live. Appreciate you guys, and get your koozies. Get your koozies. I gotta have to like go around and stop it.
It usually stops right after we do that, but
I seen the real.
all right, how do I? Oh, y'all really gonna see this reel because I don't even see the ending button. Come on. Ugh. Hey. All right. Yeah, there we go.